Welcome to part 50 of Final Fantasy 15, and this time for real, we're going to chapter 7. However, things are gonna be different. Not all of us will be going to chapter 7. This is where episode Gladio actually starts.
Yeah, just give us a second.
Okay. I'll be inside then.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we might as well say we're done with chapter 6. Of course, Gladio has a question to ask.
So, yeah, gonna have to ask you to handle this boat business without me.
Say what?
I got some business of my own to deal with.
Now, depending on the answer, Ignis and Prompto get experience, Gladio can get experience, or you'll get AP. I'll just ask him for how long.
Gonna be long?
Not long enough for you to miss me.
This is why I told you to get used to Gladio. By the time we end chapter 6, he is not going to be around. So for one chapter, we will be short a guy. Get used to this because it's gonna happen again and again. I think 2 more times basically. Once in chapter 11 and once in chapter 13. So it's gonna happen and it's not gonna be pretty in chapter 11. 13, not too bad. But whatever the case is, ladies and gentlemen, now it's gonna be Prompto, Ignis, and Noctis. Don't worry. Whatever experience points that Noctis, Prompto, and Ignis get throughout the entirety of Chapter 7, Gladio will end up catching up anyway. So, there's that. At least you won't be too out of sync with the leveling. Because I could get really OCD about leveling up characters in my party. Because I don't want to have a weak party member that has good moves but can't hold his own. And everybody else ends up getting died because the best party member of the game is a few levels down. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of an OCD thing that I have. And I've had that like in Final Fantasy 10, 10-2, 12, and also Final Fantasy 8. Notice I haven't played with Renoa throughout the entirety of that playthrough. So, with that said, we're going to go and find some Mythril over in Staleth Grove in the Vesperpool. The Vesperpool is now available, and ironically enough, the Vesperpool is where you are going to find not only Dino's second-to-last mission, but also Cindy's second-to-last mission item. They're in this area. As sad as it is for Lunafreya to be waiting for Noctis, Chapter 9 is going to really suck for her. But even more so, there is a bit of good news though. Lunafreya actually has more scenes thanks to an update, probably at least. So we'll probably run into them once we get to Altissia. But for right now, Noctis is driving. Oh god, Noctis is driving. Don't wreck into any cars this time, Noctis. But, for the most part, we are driving through a blockade that used to be there, and the blockade just opened, and now we're free to go to Altissia. So, there is a bit of good news here. Well, there's actually more good news. After this, we are free to go wherever the hell we want to go.
Can't complain.
And we'll be doing a little bit of sightseeing, too, on the way to our mission objective.
would that the Marshal were with us.
Oh yeah.
Although I don't see the
Just tomb raiding on hold.
cursor where
Take care of some trouble.
I don't see the HUD where it shows you how far of a distance you have to travel. But I think that's only because of the fact that this is a automated driving sequence and it's the main mission of this entire area. So yeah, we're going to be cruising. Just cruising. Until we get to our destination. And this area looks like it can be explored. Well, it can, but not so much like talking about it. Because you kind of need a chocobo to pull that off.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, to some degree. Well, now we also have ourselves another photo shoot that Prompto wants to have. Because, well, it's Prompto, and every time we get to a new area, Prompto wants to take a photo. Get used to this, because I already told you guys to get used to this, because he does this every time, but it's worse than Altissia. No, it's much worse. You'll see when we get there. But for right now, we're going to be cruising down to the lakefront, where we take a picture and finally appease Prompto's appetite for taking pictures for now. And like I said, Prompto, he takes some very good and interesting pictures. You'll see later on. You'll see. But there are some pictures. I think there was that one picture that where Prompto zoomed in on Aranea's boobs. Yeah, that was something that he did, and I do believe that was several parts ago that he did that when we fought Aranea. Yeah, he literally got a chance to take a picture of Aranea and actually zoomed in on her boobs. That's Prompto for you. Then again, who wouldn't? It's Aranea. So, with that said, let's see what all Ignis has. Oh, I haven't unlocked all of his skills yet. And I've unlocked only Snapshot for him. Nice. So, folks, Prompto now has the ability to take pictures, and he could give you a chance to have more. Okay, let me try this again. It'll be a chance for him to actually gain more AP points for every picture he takes. So there's that. At least you'll be able to gain AP from pictures.
Take a shot from here.
Good call. Now it's picture time. Let me get this shot.
It's just so lonely without Gladiolus. I can't taunt him for taking pictures of his sister. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'll keep that to myself. He's not in the party right now. So let's go back to the car and go back to our quest, which is going to the Staliff Grove. We're still going to have to actually take chocobos over there after all. Because our mission is basically in a dungeon, so there's that. I don't know if they'll allow us to switch. They'll actually allow us to go to those two missions over there because they really aren't
I'll let the big guy know you said so.
too much in the way, to be honest with you. But where we need to go is basically closer to water, and we'll have to take a detour. I'm surprised that they actually allowed Prompto to take a picture and not Oh, I'm sorry if you hear him in the background. That's my cat. He's been like that all week long. But I do feed him, though. I do. He's just being a brat. Anyway, as I was saying, and I also forgot to mention that the
How am I going to survive without power?
the footage was cut. Sorry about that dead space. And the footage was cut because of the fact that, well, it was a DVR and 10-minute mark. Sorry about that. So, let's just go ahead and head into the Vesperpool and go straight to the Staylith Grove. Because we're going to be here for a couple of parts. I'd say 3 at most. This one, part 51, and part 52.
Wonder what Gladio's up to right now.
Meeting girls.
And it's in our stay in chapter 7 is basically going to be a very short one. It is going to be like a 3-part stay, to say the least. Also, I just saw a giant chicken. No, seriously, I saw a giant chicken. But that is a basilic, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a new enemy. Or is that a... No, cockatrice, that's it. Oh god, that's a cockatrice? It really does look like a giant chicken. I remember those little buggers from Final Fantasy 12. And those things actually damn near killed me. Oh crap. But there is cockatrice and regitrice. And I do believe basilics. Whatever the case, these birds are not to be trifled with.
That's it.
Whew.
I've come up with a new recipe.
Yes! He's come up with a new recipe! Even though he's frozen. I'll probably try that one out later, too. There's a lot of recipes I'm going to be trying out. Especially when it comes down to the adamantoise. Oh god, yes, I'm going to be trying recipes out against the adamantoise. Because there is no way in hell that I'm going to be able to beat that thing without... Oh, so they're dropping mechs now. Lovely. I'm going to ignore that. It may be at a high level... Oh, you son of a bitch. Of course you'd be here. Why wouldn't you be?
Nothing to it.
And that is a Mumashu. And the Mumashu are basically the spiked lizards. Yeah, they have heavy armor. Just keep wailing on their armor and it'll be fine. Oh, it's Ardyn. Let's say hello.
A pleasant surprise.
Told you he'd be waiting.
With my imperial friends, no less.
Splendid.
But fear not. I'll put in a good word. Well, come along then. Don't stray too far, lest you get left behind. And surely you'd rather avoid unnecessary scuffles. Seeing as you're now a trio. Oh dear. Touchy subject.
One we won't discuss with you.
Then let's discuss why you're here. It can't be archaeology. Mythril, perhaps?
This guy's reading our thoughts.
Mythril. It's a precious resource, you see. We can't just let anyone get their hands on it.
But you'll help us get ours on it, right?
I never said that.
Of course you didn't.
Where is the fun in that? I thought you'd rather dig it up yourselves. Fear not. I'll be but a moment.
A moment doing what?
Beats me.
All clear. Go ahead.
Ardyn is a troll with a capital T. Nonetheless, this is the first time you can actually use the Arcadian military
others left on a
the Niflheim military, sorry. Why did I say Arcadian?
I've seen
Got my games confused there. But the Niflheim military to actually buy weapons that you already have. And also to buy, wait a minute. That's right. Prompto doesn't have a new weapon. So you actually get to buy that here. So that's the only new thing. They actually are selling Rebellion for Prompto. Kinda gives away what he is. But if you actually check out episode Prompto, you'll probably already know if chapter 13 doesn't spoil it for you. Nonetheless, you can also get items from the military as well. So if you are down on potions and stuff of that nature, might as well buy them now, because once we talk to Aranea, she's going to try to wait until sundown to go into Staleth Grove. This is what, again, I just said that you'll have to wait till sundown to get into Staleth Grove. This is one of 2 palaces that does this. The other one being Castlemark. And fuck that with an iron rod. I am going to wait until the end of the game for that one. Nonetheless, if you need food, make sure you buy from the military, because they'll have whatever you've already uncovered, and you'll probably need them for the necessary recipes.
So, you're the new recruits they sent over for special training. Nice cover, runaway prince.
Thanks.
Oh, come on.
At ease, recruits. There's nothing in it for this ex-mercenary to turn you in. Let's get this show on the road.
Show?
Forgot about your training? Well, I'm being paid to escort you. Just watch yourselves in there.
Oh, I actually forgot. This is where Aranea actually starts becoming a party member for you.
I leave them to you.
So, yeah, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just have to sit by and wait until Staleth Grove is open. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to put on my Imperial Exosuit. Why? Because fuck this level, that's why. Oh, and by the way, since we're with Aranea, you're not going to be able to actually get access to quests. So, since that's the case, you're going to have to postpone those quests for the time being. And that means that Aranea is... Oh, god damn it, I could have just waited until sundown.
We will.
Why did I do that?
Hold down the fort.
Ugh, now I'm gonna have to manually wait until the sun is down. That's just great. Ah, Jesus Christ. The things I do. This is probably why people thumbs down this. I did not mean to accidentally do that. I could have just,
What's this? Any idea, Ignis?
wait. I could have just actually chose yes, and it would have been sundown, and afterwards, we could have just simply gone into the temple. No problem. Thankfully, you don't get attacked outside the door whenever you do that outside of this mission. So, that's a good thing at least. But you will have to come back to Staleth Grove after you beat it, because the boss of Staleth Grove will end up coming back as a hunt. So bear that in mind. Also, Staleth Grove may have a vault. So I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to switch out all of my party members to the Magitech Exosuit. Whereas Aranea, she doesn't have to worry about dying because guest characters don't kick the bucket. She's not going to die just like Iris. And that's my only correction for that part several parts ago. Sorry about that. It's my alarm. I wish I could fix that.
Not at this time.
So, now that the doors are open, and I skipped a couple of minutes because of the fact that, well, again, DVR.
Those guys your friends?
Now it's time for us to go into the Staleth
Is
Grove.
it a wedge? They're more subordinates than they are friends.
And
Trust 'em all the same.
I thought I passed something up, and I didn't. By the way, there's basically a time limit here. Once the door is open, it's going to be open for a pretty long time. Now, once you step out of it and it's daytime, it'll close back up until it goes back down to sundown. So bear that in mind. I'm not saying you have a time limit and you'll be trapped forever. No, I'm saying you have a time limit, like you have a time limit to go in, and once it becomes daytime, the door will shut again.
You think it's an ambush?
Perhaps.
Anyway, what can I say about Staleth Grove? It's gonna be festering with, well, demons. Only thing is, it's skeletons, which are practically undead goblins. Which my sword is not really doing too much damage to.
Not too
You just gotta be careful because these guys have some stat attacks. So bear that in mind too. And watch out for the rocks. Of course, they're gonna do damage to your party member if you're underneath them.
Maybe this way?
We're looking for Mythril, not Chrome. So, unfortunately, we're still going. And this is a pretty long dungeon, considering the puzzle aspect of it.
So, basically, I could...
Oh! More skeletons. Lovely. Just die already. I think we got 2 of them. There's one more over here. And bear in mind, the skeletons... What is skeletons? I meant skeletons are just like any other demon. They will make off with one of your items if they get successful in hitting you. But bear in mind also something else. That Reaper that's there. That's when things starts getting, well, terrible. The Reaper, how shall I put this? Reapers are very hard-hitting. They can take magic, no problem. But as far as physical attacks concerned, you're gonna have to parry these things if you actually catch them. And beware of their magic. Thankfully, they don't use Death Strike, but they do spam critical hit magic. And I am not gonna put up with that shit.
And that's that.
Let's keep moving.
And Reapers, they just slowly but surely die. That's the one thing about them that can be really annoying.
Beautiful beyond words.
Alright, we're still on the first floor of the Staleth Grove. And while we're here, you'll probably notice, but time is going really fast, and also water is literally holding up on its own.
Like seeing a dream.
As in,
Seriously missing out.
Probably.
the water is being it's like have its own gravitational pull, and you're in one of those caverns where the water doesn't touch the ground. Kinda weird. Sort of reminds me of the Power Rangers reboot. Sorry. I stammered a bit and bit my tongue. Anyway, we've got Flan, and Unicast is a bad idea. Blizzard actually works against Flan. But, Fire does not. Now, bear that in mind, too. I still think that there's, more skeletons here. Well, they're being killed. Oh, but be careful, though. sometimes the flan will actually heal from all the attacks you do. Here I am wondering why this thing's why this thing's not dying. The flan is actually healing from all of my attacks. So I'm gonna have to switch up weapons.
Where would you guys be without me?
Not too shabby.
And don't forget to pick up this magic flask, because you'll have to wait a whole day for it to reopen again if you do. So, let's do some sidling action.
Something bothers me about this spot.
What is it?
Have we been...
And hopefully we'll make it across
I just...
without falling.
Famous last words.
Well, this dungeon isn't bad with that. It's another dungeon later on down the road. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Till death
But for right now, folks,
Practicing your vow.
looks like you're coming towards a stop point right here. I mean, we're going a little bit further,
Specimens.
but still,
Harvesting them.
Specimens?
we may have to stop it and it'll end up being part 1 in our stay in Staylith Grove.
Army and demons.
Oh, look! Shiny! Oh, you bastards! Seriously? I can never win with you guys. Oh, and by the way, skeletons are weak to fire magic. Just thought I'd point that out to you. Nonetheless, we take these skeletons to school, and that will basically be our stopping point because the DRM said so. Or the DVR said so, basically. And I'm gonna pick this up and... Huh. I wonder what that's for.
Turns
Oh
out
well.
The Empire makes weapons out of them.
Join me next time as I venture deeper within Staylith Grove, because I do believe the DVR is going to be stopping as soon as we get down the stairs.
Maybe it's time I left.
And yes, it is, because I do believe there's a lich here too.
Whatever I want. I was a mercenary once. Round
And
up my men
where's the
and
lich?
For cash?
There it is. Oh, and there's a lot of flan here too. Crap. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully I survive. Yeah, I'm trying to sign out because this thing has a bad habit of cutting off when I'm in the middle of battles. It can be annoying. Oh wait, never mind. I finished it off.
What about the Empire strikes you as not quite
Oh,
right?
that's good. At least it didn't cut off this time. Now this is the stopping point.
Then there's that charmer of a
So,
I really can't stand that.
didn't mean to sign off too early, but just in case it actually, you know, cut off in the middle of me traversing, but I'm going to stop right here. And in the next episode, we are going to continue our trek through Staylith Grove, and this is where the puzzle aspect start getting more puzzly. This is RVman 985.
Everything's gonna...
I will see you guys at... Oh. See what I mean by puzzle aspect? See what I mean? Ah, crap. Wonder if we're gonna survive this battle. Because we got 2 Reapers now instead of 1. Oh well. I guess this is a good of a stopping point as any, because after all, I mean, I do keep going, trying to test fate and see how long this recorder will actually go. But it should go 10 minutes, and sometimes you get things done within 10 minutes, and sometimes you don't. But yeah, we really are heading on towards a stopping point here. So this time, for real, we are doing that. And Prompto's little buckshot there just about will be our ending right there. Next time, we're going to continue through Staylith Grove, and I do believe this is where you officially run into an Iron Giant, because the Iron Giants normally show up in the outskirts of town if you stay up at night. So, this is RP Man 985. See you guys at part 51 when we're in the midst of finishing the dungeon. But that won't be until part 52.